Okay, connected now. Right, we're on. Fix yourself up, man. Hey, let's go. Hello and welcome. This module is about mentalism. All is mind. That's what they say. In Hermetica, it says the first lesson is all is mind. Now, everything begins with mind. All our changes, actions, behavior starts with thought and mentalism. Teaches that inner world creates the outer world. So the inner world creates the outer world. Let me put it like this. They talk about the Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory is that in space, in the cosmos, before all creation, there was a single dot. And that explosion created the Big Bang. Yeah? They said that. What did they say? Something about something was imploding or what's the word called now? It was shrinking into a single I can't remember. Oh, you know the Big Bang Theory. Do you understand what I'm trying to say, don't you? The Big Bang Theory is that we had a bang in the universe, yeah? Trying to keep it simple. We had a bang in the universe, and this is what created everything. This is what tells the stars, the nebulas, the moons, the planets, the comets. Our planet formed and then floated off into space, and they created the sun, and the sun was a perfect space from the sun, and then that created the earth, and then the earth created a crust, and the crust became more dense, and the Big Bang Theory, yeah? We all understand what the Big Bang Theory is. Now, some people will say that you can't get nothing from nothing. Well, you can't get something from nothing, sorry. You can't get something from nothing. So my theory is, what I mean by all is mind, the Big Bang Theory, now just stay with me for this. The Big Bang Theory says that the cosmos exploded, created the Earth and the cosmos, yeah? All that's around us now came from the Big Bang. Sounds implausible, but that's what they say. Science says. Now, in the Hermetic case, it says all is mind. Everything comes from the mind. So every idea, everything that we see, matter, is created first in the mind. Everything was created in the mind of God. That's where we get religion from. So everything was created in the mind of God. Yeah, the Big Bang. Now, I think that the Big Bang really, this is what I think it is. Are you still recording? What I think it is, the Big Bang is idea. Just the idea. Because the cosmos is inside of us. That's first start. All the stuff out there is a mirror of us. So when people look out into the cosmos and you see all these nebulas, and you see all these stars, all that energy and power, as above, so below, all the energy and power is inside of us. So the Big Bang Theory, the Big Bang is not explosion, the creation of the matter. The Big Bang is idea. Bang, mind, thought. That's where I'm coming from. So if you can't create nothing, you can't create something from nothing, yeah? That's in physics. You can't create matter, energy from no matter or no energy. You can't create a bang without TNT, some explosions, ignition, and molecules explode together and create a bang. Yeah? We all agree with that. You can't create noise without a clap. You can't create sound without wave, all that. You understand that. So if you can't get something from nothing, there's only one thing that came to me, that you can get something from nothing. There's only one thing in the world. If you make a guess what it is, I'll give you a few minutes. is idea, an invention. The mind. The mind invents, the mind creates, the mind is the expansion of, of the idea. Where did the idea come from? It comes from nothing. You can sit here and have a thought, yeah? Is that true? You can sit here right now and ever can have a thought of anything, create an invention, create something new, an invention, create the iPhone, create, you know, it came from nothing. So the Big Bang is not matter creating out of space. The Big Bang is us creating an idea. Does that make sense? So when they say all is mind, that's what they mean. All is mind. Now the scientists now out there will tell you some forces about, oh, it's a big bang theory. Oh, we created from the stars. No. All the science that we call science today is stolen from the ancients, repackaged, yeah, into matter. I'll call it matter mentality, because it's like they have no idea of consciousness. They're not bring consciousness into anything that they talk about. Anything they do in science is matter based, material, just this base matter, material base, lower vibration. The lower the vibration, it's, oh, I can explain it. It's like we vibrate now on the density of matter. Then there's a high vibration that people vibrate on that's a bit higher than matter. And there's another vibration that's a little bit higher than that. Okay, try and explain how I see matter, how it works, how take a block of ice and it's crystallized, yes? It's frozen water. You give that water a different frequency, will be heat. The heat turns that block of ice into water. Yeah, so the ice melts because we're giving it a frequency of heat. So yeah, we get to vibration, it's going to get heated up. The molecules get heated up and then they expand and they crystallize into water. Yeah, that's fair. Then the next level of vibration from the water, we carry on heating it up, will be steam, clouds, vapor, higher vibration, matter. So even in this realm, even when we deal with this realm of matter alone, we've still got three different vibrations. We've got solid, we've got liquid, and we've got vapor. Let's think about that. So when we deal with science today, well, me personally, I just think they're just metal bashing. Just still deal with metal bashing. No one's actually dealing with the difference of science. So when I say all is mind, it's a totally different level of vibration. We try not to even contemplate, but we have to contemplate every day because we've got freaking consciousness, don't we? Every day we get up in the morning and go, wow, I'm awake. You know, it's funny, isn't it? We get up in the morning, we don't go, oh, I'm awake. I'm going to walk. I'm going to have some breakfast. I'm going to brush my teeth. You don't say that to yourself, do you? You just get up, brush your teeth, go and get your coffee. You know what I mean? You don't go, oh. You don't say to yourself, oh, I fancy a coffee. But you know, brain goes, right, consciousness, I am walking, I am talking. So this is a subconsciousness and the consciousness, obviously. So my idea of mentalism is why it's so important. Why it's the first lesson of all. That's why, you know, when you think about lessons, you know, the first lesson is important, isn't it? Your foundation lesson. So you got mentalism. Your thoughts shape reality. Awareness is the first step to transformation. See what I mean? So if you know that all is mind, and you know it works because they do it to us every single day. See, the powers that be don't like certain laws, certain teachings, certain rules, certain things that are going on because they know all is mind. They know all is mind. If it didn't work, and those things that didn't work in your mind, say, if we didn't create what we create our environment. That's what I'm saying. All these um, self-help people that say, we create our mind. What's his name? What was his name? Oh God, what was his name? You get what you think about that guy. Oh, what's his name? Not Napoleon Hill. Oh, the other one. Oh, I forgot him anyway. He'll come back to me. But they say that you get what you think about. You are what you eat, and all these so-called sayings we've got. Yeah. But have you noticed that there's certain laws and lessons they don't teach us, but yet it's happening to us every single day. They perpetuate it on us every single day. And we if you're semi-conscious, you might realize it's going on. But if you don't believe in all his mind, if you don't think that the whole thing is mental, it's a mental state. If you don't think it's mental, then why do we have soap operas? Soap operas on television, telling lies with vision. Soap operas, opera, soap, drama, brainwashing, washing your mind, tell you how to think, send you to school, tell you how to think, come out of school, go to college, tell you how to think. If all his mind didn't work, if all his mind was not an important factor of our self-awareness, of our reality, and how we can control it, how we can fight against the blood clot beasts, they perpetuate on us every single day. So if it doesn't work, why do they do it? Movies, radio, phones, social media, constant narrative speaking, constant narrative. You must believe this now. You must believe that now. Don't eat tomatoes. Oh, you can eat tomatoes. Don't drink red wine. Red wine. Oh, you can drink red wine. Do you understand where I'm coming from? It's like they're always trying to control the narrative. When we had the jibby jab time. Remember jibby jab times? Just telling people, 1 minute, it's fine. Next minute, no, wear 4 masks. Next minute, herd immunity. Next minute, it was out of a lab. Little minute, it wasn't out of a lab. And you know, anybody that was contradiction to that said, oh, it was out of a lab. Yes, it was. Ban, cancelled. So if that's the case, if all his mind doesn't work, they are constantly fighting for our minds and our hearts. They are fighting for them every single day to make sure they manipulate them and change them how they want you to change them, how they want you all you lot to think. My course is not just about, I wanted to be rich and make me wealth. I want to be rich. Fuck money. Money don't make you happy. Money doesn't make you happy. Let's be honest, money does not make you happy. Money makes you think you're happy, but it doesn't make you happy. Another narrative, a perfect example of another brainwashing technique. They told you that all is money rules the world. First one of them says, money makes the world go around. Yeah, remember that? Money makes the world go around. So they say to each other. The other one was the song, Diamonds is the girl's best friend. Look at girls today about diamonds. Diamonds is the girl's best friend. Look at today, women about diamonds. Man's gonna go and do 3-4 months work to buy a diamond to get married. You can't just go and get married. You can't give your girl a plastic ring, a little bit of metal. You can't give your girl, you couldn't give your girl a bit of iron, a bit of copper. You gotta give a gold, platinum, diamond, super duper, 4 months of hard graft. Here's your diamond love. I love you, baby. I want to marry you. So they got people. I mean, if you don't believe that all is mind and they're controlling our mind, I think, what can I say? I try and make it easy as possible to make people understand, and it's hard for people to contemplate this. But I'm just like, I've got to do this course. I've got to do this thing. Because I'm looking around and thinking, hold on a minute. If people knew that most of their troubles is brought on themselves through their thinking, then surely we wouldn't have so many people that's wicked that can manipulate us. Can people manipulate us every day? You don't even see it. It's like a perfect example. And you know it's all his mind. Look at even down to the church. I had a church had to spread the Christianity back. They call it the early Christ and the early church, whatever they call it. Look at the times of the Christian movement and how it was brought about. Now they didn't say, "Oh, please believe in us," because we're talking some sense. Here's some knowledge that you might. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, I like that. Yeah. No. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Oh, we forgot that knowledge. No, it was like, do you believe? No, I don't believe. Chop! Do you believe? No, I don't believe. Crucify him. Do you believe? I better believe. Is my head on going to get crucified or burnt at the stake? If I'm caught with a book that doesn't correspond with your book, I don't get burnt at the stake. Now, what are these people fighting over? See, look at what they're fighting over. You see, look at them. What they're fighting over: land, riches. No, it's fighting over the mind. Over people's mind. If I get enough people to believe in what I'm doing, in my thing, then people are going to follow me, and I can tell them to do whatever I want them to do. If I tell them, oh, you got to give me £10 a week for tithing, and I go, yeah, God says so. They'll do it. If all his mind is not true, you get what you think about, what you bring about, then why do they use it to create fanatics? They use to create fanatics. We've got ISIS, Al Qaeda, Ku Klux Klan, the Third Reich. We've got a few people around the world going, I'm better than you. I'm better than you because God says I'm better than you, and my institution says that I'm better than you, and I went to university, so obviously I'm better than you. See? All his mind. So they already control your mind. You already think someone goes to Cambridge or Oxford, they all think they're better than the rest of the civilians. If you've been to Cambridge or Oxford, if you've been to Cambridge or Oxford, you think they've told you to think that you're better than everybody else. You've been to Harvard, so you're better. Yeah? You come from this family, so you're better. You come from this religion, so you're better. You come from this, so you're better. They've already brainwashed the thinking how they want you to think. So then they've got control of you for the rest of your life. This is what we're living in. We've got people running around. Just like there's a thing in it. There's a thing in the Hermetic that it says, do not something crystallize. Do not let it crystallize. In other words, do not make it see what I love about some science, because the science they talk about is all kind of cosmology in it. But you think about it like this, the philosophy behind that now. Do not let it crystallize. In other words, do not make it become a solid foundation. Do not make it become a mass, a full mass. Do not make it become a full lump of rock and matter, an unmovable mountain. Do not make it crystallize. In other words, do not become too obsessed with something where you can't move. You see, you can't move from a different thought process. If you're not crystallized, if you're water or vapor, because you're thinking a higher frequency, yeah, you are able to move like water, as Bruce Lee says. You're able to move even further. You're like mist. Your mind's like, your mind's so, your mind's open up more. So when you don't make something crystallized, so every religion has been crystallized. Every institution has been crystallized. Every every foundation, charity, way of life, constitution, Magna Carta, laws, all been crystallized. And then from that crystallization, we can't move from that. This is the law. It might not make no sense, the law, but this is the law. Yeah? So it's locked in. You can't move it. That's what I mean. That's what I mean by you cannot take something and just think this is it. Because if you do that, you become a fanatic. If you do that, you become a fanatic, a fan of the subject, a fanatic. A tick. You know, like a politic. They tell you all the time. They tell you every day they're taking the piss. They come with the brainwashing, they come with this. I mean, social media is a perfect tool for them. Like, come on. Is it me? I'm 51. And I've seen what it gone from the first TV in my house. Yeah, we had the first TV, I remember was it Rudy? The first TV, the colour telly, you know. And you had the push button. You had 4 channels, push. Yeah. It's gone from TV in your house. Remember, I'm only 51. This be before their time, it was like wireless. It's gone from wireless, look at radio. I've got 14. Okay, perfect example. Look at your house now and look how many screens you've got. You got telly, computer, laptop, phone. Look how many screens you've got in your house alone now. If all is not mind, if you're not trying to control our frequencies and trying to control our minds. So of course it's important. It's not about making money. It's not about being happy. It's not about finding this, finding about relationships. It's more in depth than that. It's about, hold on a minute. If I could control my mind, I could do anything. I could achieve anything. If I could control my mind, that psyop, yeah, that new narrative. It's okay to do so and fill in the blanks. 10 years ago, you couldn't do that. Now it's fine. What do you mean you're conservative? What do you mean you don't like it? That's what I say to you now. What do you mean you don't like it? And then you get all the bombarding on the adverts everywhere you look. On your screen, you look at social media, everywhere you look, you've got this new narrative out. And you're looking around and everybody's going, what's the matter with you? You're not with a new narrative. And you're like, well, just to make me feel comfortable. I don't really like it. And they go, what do you mean you don't like it? You're a fill in the blank. Yeah? You're a fill in the blank. Yeah? You know what it is? If you have a certain belief, they come along and go, right, here, it's a new dish. We've got a new dish for you, we have. A new bit of food for you to digest and take in. A new bit of bullshit. Pardon my French. Yeah? Here, have this. It's puke. Suck it up. And some of us will go, oh no, that smells horrible. I don't like that. I don't want to eat that. Oh, that smells, that does. Oh, it's like poo. Like, no, it's not poo, mate. It's what we're thinking now. Eat up. Come on. Get it down, yeah. Get it down, yeah. Have a good notch on that, son. And we'll come back next week and see how you feel. And you're like, but I don't like it. I didn't believe it 10 years ago. I'm not going to believe it now, am I? But it's what they do, you see. So if they say to me, people don't understand, if they say all is not mind, I say rubbish. Now, granted, they have used some of these powers for wickedness. This is why we're in the where we're in. They have used these powers for wickedness. Because if you think about it like this, and I noticed that as well, and this is quite strange, isn't it? Anytime someone tries to bring out a positive, maybe a news channel, yeah, just do positive news, it don't get nowhere. If you're trying to bring out a positive thing, you know, it's corny. You know, you sound like one of them Jesus people. Who are you? Krishna? So people say to us now, if you try and say positive, if you try and say something like, you know, positive affirmations say, oh, shut up, you idiot. But yet, we are told to believe in wickedness. We're told to believe in badness. War is good. Peace is wrong. You know what I mean? You don't want to be married for 30 years with the same wife. You want to get out there and have fun. There's like people, divorce rates come through the roof. Tinder come along the scene. Divorce rates come through the roof. People don't like family. People don't like family. If you say you want to be a family man and have a family and have your missus and your kids, or be a wife and have your kids and your family, or have you whatever you want, your companion, your partner, and just chill out, and you don't really get involved in it, there's something wrong with you. Notice, no. Before it was all about family. Remember the TV shows we used to watch? All the sitcoms? All about family, you notice? All the sitcoms was all about family. You notice? Bill Cosby Show, Bread, the British, Different Strokes. Even yeah, you think about it, a lot of them was like all the sitcoms. Desmond's. You had. Thanks, Bev. You've had a few. I can't even think of it. You could think of a few, can't you? Yeah, of soap operas. No, sorry, sitcoms that had family orientation. It was all about the family. It was funny shit about the family. Then they come with Friends. You see the move? Yeah, they come with Friends. Not family. Then we got Friends and Jennifer Aniston and all that crew. It's like, oh yeah, Friends. And we loved it. And it still kept on going, didn't they? And you didn't see many family orientated things. You had what was it on? Big Bang Theory come along the scene. 30 something. Yeah, you all these very what's it all called? Individualists living in my apartment with housemates, kind of sick. Kind of notice the friends, mum and dads. You didn't see no mum and dads anymore. You didn't see no mum and dads and the young daughter and the twins. Everybody loves Raymond. You didn't see that anymore. You see, and I'll say to you, that's what they're invented for. That's what they do to our heads. They control your head by what your TV you watch, what you score on your phone, and what you listen to on the radio. So all is mind, because everything they do is about the mind. When they want to go to war, they use a thing called propaganda, don't they? They use propaganda. They say, the barbarians are at the gates! Men to arms! Call all able-bodied men to arms! And man's like, well, there's nobody at the gates though. Shut him up! You notice? There's nobody at the gates. Man goes, there's nobody there, blood. What are you on about? Man's like, to the gates! To the gates! And before you know it, you got men's running like, I got my shield. You say we've got to go to the gates? Well, there's nobody there. It's to control our minds. Propaganda, that's what it's used for. Goebbels was a master at it. DuPont was a master at it. These people are masters. What do you think they study psychology? What do you think these people, you notice? They study psychology, sociology. Like in depth, they know how the human brain works. Like, if I say this, if I say this, if I do these kind of hand gestures, even after the hand gestures, they're brainwashing, you know. They can move, they can do the hand gestures, so you know, to do the same hand gestures to you. And you go, he's doing all this, and he's doing all this, he's doing all this. The hand gestures, they use them, it's a science. So all it is mind. So when people say to me, all it is, I'm going on for 30 minutes now. I thought I'd have a little chat about it. Because I'm just gonna talk about it straight. Because I'm not gonna, like, you know. So they know through their thoughts influence emotions, behavior, and they get their results. Trigger, result. Trigger this, trigger that, result. If only in the mind, why we got If all isn't mine, yeah, why is it Tavistock? Is it Tavistock Institute and the CIA and the conspiracy theories that say that they created all these brainwashed drones? Brainwash. See what's this there again? Brainwash. MK Mind Ultra. What the fuck that call that stuff? Yeah. They talk about it on the conspiracy theories about the YouTuber. All is mine. One the policeman said, if I give me the book, give me the youth, at 6 or 7, yeah, before he's 12, yeah, and I give you your man. But give me the youth before you come to you, I give you the man. So they control you from when you go to school. They tell you that this is this and this is this. Now think like this. Like, why you make us think like this? We never taught. And have you noticed? This is what I say, all is mine, it's all inside us. Yeah. No matter who it is, no matter what guru it is, or what. So I say, don't want gurus because some gurus trying to tell you the truth. I won't say guru so much, but you know what? How much institution it is, if it comes from science or comes from religion. They tell you your power, yeah, relies and is outside of you. Have you noticed? Your faith must be put into something that is outside of you. This thing I'm trying to say. Everything they say to you, there's one pattern you got to always recognize that so these people are full of excrement. They can't swear too much coming on the YouTube. But anyway, where was I going? Yeah. Oh God, I forgot what I said. Talk about what did I do that? Yeah, they tell you, that's it. They tell you that all around you, all that you see, yeah, is responsible for something outside of us. You notice? God is responsible for this. The rain and yeah? Science. You get me? Combustion engines was made from science. It was made from outside forces of great technological movements and innovation and the structure of education and universities that created this great science. Without university, without Harvard, we can't create this great science. Without the church, without the mosque, without the temple, without the synagogue, we can't create this great religion. We can't create these great people. You're only great morally and correctly. You're morally and correctly if you're in the church. You're moral. You're a good man. Yeah, you believe you're a godly man. Everything outside of us is told that that's where your power lies, and it's inside here. And inside there, this is where the power is mostly formed. This is where the power is mostly is created, and this is where it's projected. Your emotions project your feelings and your frequency. Your mind is what thinks about what to project and how to project it, and what frequency you shall project it. That's what they have to get you emotional. That's what everything's emotional. I can say to everything is emotional. Because you say to me, you're too emotional. I say everything is emotional. It's all about emotions. The most powerful things in the planet on the earth are emotions. The most powerful things in the world are emotions. Let's think about that one. No, I'm going to put it this way. Everything you see, yeah, matter-wise, has a certain amount of power. Anything you don't see has even more power than that. Times by hand, whatever it is. Times by whatever you want to think it is. It has more power. I try to explain. That's what I see it. You got wind, you can't see it, innit? Very powerful. The wind come, and it comes as a tornado. You can't see it. Yeah, you can't see wind. You can't see it. You got Wi-Fi. You call them what light, what do you call them again? ELFs. electro-light frequency, something like that. Yeah, you got that going on. Wi-Fi. Yeah, you can't see it. It's doing its thing. Yeah. So, what do you think love is like? Can't see that in it, but it's there. Hate, can't see it, but it's there. Every emotion we cannot see, but we know it's real. Am I lying? Every emotion that we experience, yeah, we know it's real, don't we? But we can't see it. But you know it's very, 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 very powerful. So if I could get your right emotions to emit a certain frequency on a certain given day, then I could kind of like control all that energy and matter. Control all that energy to become matter if I wanted to. Or just control the energy. Or divert it where I want to go. That's why we have, that's why the world is where the world is. That's why we have news. That's why we have news telling you every day, why another man get killed, you know? Why another bombing, you know? Bomb, what you see last week, another man get knife up, you know? I mean, when I was growing up, it was like black on black crime. Every week was like no knife crime. I'm saying, going on to me. It's the same knife crime, but before it used to put black youth on the end of it. Back in the day, it was the black youth. The youth. See, you got things going on around, and people talk about, oh, you can't say that now because it's a certain religion. If he commits a crime, you can't say is that kind of religion because it's that kind of religion. I'm saying to myself, hold on a minute. I remember when I was growing up, we never used to be that bad, and it made that we was. But it was like the black youth of today. They're all walking around with knives, you know. They're all crack dealers and pimps. So we used to get. Every newspaper was it a black guy? Black guy, tax, black man in hoodie, tax. That's what we used to get. So you know it's a narrative. So I'm like, no, I'm looking at it around. I go, hold on a minute. When you talk about knife crime, certain things, you're not mentioning certain people or certain things now you used to do back in the day to drive a narrative. And you could tell me all the white people that about my age, yeah. Let's be honest. You remember? I bet you used to be scared of going to Handsworth or scared of black people back in the day, innit? You were scared of black people back in the day because we just tell you about black people. Oh, look at people are knife gun-toted. They got crack deals going on and pimping and they got guns on their hip every day, yo. Like I used to go to college and that trying to get on with the world. Yeah, you had a few dickheads that was walking around with knives and that. Yeah, because we all want to be named community. But most people was hardworking, just go to college and school. And I didn't have much to go to college and school, but I just did the best we could. But it was told, I remember getting stopped so many times when I was a youth. Getting stopped so many times for the narrative. The policeman, I was going to the police face. One policeman said, do you know you want to stop doing officer? He goes, you want to stop watching news at 10 and read the Sun newspaper and the Daily Mail and the Telegraph. You want to stop reading the paper there and watch the news, stop watching crime, watch the news at 10. Because it wasn't what they was told it was. But anyway, I digress. We talk about mentalism. Well, it's the same subject, isn't it? See, if they control the narrative of your mind, they can control us. In my course tells you why you don't have to think like them, you know. You don't have to say, oh, I'm gonna be like succumb to the narrative. I'm not gonna have no critical thinking anymore. I'm not gonna step back and go, you know what I mean? Is he talking the truth though? You see me now? I can look at the screen, you know. I can look at the screen now, yeah, and look at the screen, and I'm on the screen, YouTube advert, news at 10, anything you can think of. I can look at the screen and say, a liar that. My tell lie. Damn thief that. You look, because you consciously you see it. You start consciously, you can see consciously people will lie to you. You can look and go, why is he lying? You can see, forget your body language experts and all your so-called scientific, he's looking to the left, he's looking to the right, and all that. Listen, most people tell you, say you can tell a lie from a liar. You've experienced life so much. Ain't no looking to the left or looking to the right or scratching the nose, and all that rubbish. You just feel it, look upon him and go, yeah, why are you lying for, blood? You can look upon him and go, why is he lying? And so, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you get to a stage that you just go, you know what? I'm like this now. I can see that bad now. I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna know that I'm not gonna let him know or her know that I know she's talking shit out of her fucking mouth. I'm not gonna let them know that I can smell cow manure right now. I'm gonna let them carry on. On my nose. Yeah, on my nose. Go, oh, here we go again. Because most of the time you can see you don't need no freaking body language experts and psychologists and stupid university degrees. In foolishness. Pretend that they're teaching you something, you're not teaching you nothing. It's experience that gets everything. It's experience that makes who you are. That's why we have apprentices and apprenticeships. That's why the Jedi Knight and his Padawan. Do you see the Padawan was in the school in the university? I'm in Harvard. Yeah, what are you doing? I'm just doing my Jedi. I'm doing Jedi this week. We're doing lightsaber techniques. Yeah, we got a lecture on lightsaber techniques. Yes. And Mr. Booth is doing the class on Force. No, it was with his master, learning from the experience from his master, passing down to the students. It wasn't brainwashing, thinking that if I go to college for 15 years, I get 14 degrees, master, and I'll become a man. And they're gonna say they call it a master's degree, innit? So they love to lie. A master's degree, master in what? Read book. No, sorry, I wouldn't say that. It's not a master read because they don't even read books today. Let's be honest, they do a lecture. Take down some notes. Yeah? They might go back to the dorm and go, I've got to study and get the book that the teacher gives them to read. So they're not reading, not thinking, they're just going, right, book, lecture, write down, repeat. Book, lecture, write down, repeat. Oh, you remembered the book, you remembered the lecture, you pass. And most things that are invented by people that then gone to college, they ain't been to the university. They ain't walking around with a bag of books going, I'm clever, I'm certainly wise on my wildest dreams. Like, I'm into Oxford. I'm to Cambridge, Man, I went to Harvard. UCLA. What do they call it? UCLA? What the goddamn it? Yeah. Well, anyway, I've been gassing on for 40 minutes now this video. So I hope it's recorded okay. The first video I'm gonna put it on my website. I'm gonna put it on my YouTube channel today. So we're gonna say subscribe and press like. Yeah, do all that shit. I'm just gonna finish up with this. Yeah, remember, all is mind. And remember, they're trying to control your mind and your heart by everyday narratives. Every day you're gonna pick up a narrative. You notice that's why social media is so dangerous in a way. It's good, but it's dangerous. It's good, but it's dangerous in it because you can pick up a narrative of absolute garbage all day long. Of garbage, you can watch garbage all day long. You're not watching. You kind of waste your time, innit? It's quite deep, isn't it? Really, you think about it. It's quite deep. It's what they're trying to do. It's quite deep. And we're doing it for years. They knew about these things, about all these money. They knew about these things from the beginning.